Urgent flash flood warning for Ayutthaya as Chao Phraya River surges, residents on high alert. Flash flood warning in Ayutthaya, Chao Phraya River on the rise. The Royal Irrigation Department, RID, has issued an urgent alert to residents in parts of Ayutthaya, advising them to prepare for imminent flash floods due to a significant rise in the Chao Phraya River. Authorities are closely monitoring two key water stations to assess the situation. On Wednesday, the RID specifically warned those living near Khlong Phong Pheng in Ang Thong, Khlong Bang Ban in Bang Ban district, and the surrounding areas of Phak Hai district in Ayutthaya. These low-lying regions are at an elevated risk of flooding. As the situation intensifies, criticism is mounting on the Ayutthaya Station Facebook page, where users are condemning the government's inadequate compensation for residents already affected by the rising waters. Compounding the concern, the water release rate at the Chao Phraya Barrage Dam in Chai Nhat has increased to 1,400 to 1,500 cubic meters per second, up from the previous week's 900 to 1,400 cubic meters per second. At the C13 station near the Chao Phraya Barrage, the water flow reached a high of 1,498 cubic meters per second. On Wednesday, the C2 water station in the Mueang district of Nakhon Sawan, upstream from the barrage, reported a flow of 1,529 cubic meters per second. Surasi Kittimanthan, Secretary-General of the Office of the National Water Resources, ONWR, warned that continued widespread rainfall could push the C2 station's discharge rate to 2,500 cubic meters per second and the C13 station to 2,000 cubic meters per second in the coming days. On a more positive note, Surasi mentioned that major dams, including Bhumibol in Tak, Sirikit in Uttaradit, and Kwai Noi Bamrung Dan in Phitsanulok, still have sufficient capacity to accommodate additional water. Water catchment areas are also being utilized to manage the excess flow. Residents in Chai Nhat, Singburi, Ang Thong, Ayutthaya, Pathum Thoni, and Nonthaburi are on high alert for potential flash floods as the Chao Phraya River continues to rise. Meanwhile, Somkhuan Tunjan, director of the Meteorological Observation Division at the Thai Meteorological Department, has forecasted that Tropical Storm Yagi is expected to bring heavier rains to the north and upper northeast regions from September 8 to 13th. Phuket braces for potential natural disasters, landslide and flood risks identified. Potential series of natural disasters threatens Phuket, data indicates. Phuket, Thailand, intense rainfall and the risk of flash floods have placed Old Phuket Town, a popular tourist spot, among 49 high-risk areas for landslides and flooding in Thailand. The Department of Mineral Resources has highlighted the province's vulnerability through mathematical models and geographical analysis. In response, Phuket's Governor, Sophon Suwannarat, has directed all relevant agencies to prepare for potential natural disasters, including flash floods, runoff, and landslides. This alert comes in the wake of severe landslides on August 23 that resulted in 13 fatalities and 19 injuries. The landslides were attributed to deforestation linked to construction on Nat Koat Hill, where trees were cleared for the Big Buddha statue project. Meanwhile, other regions in Thailand are also on high alert due to rising water levels. The Chao Phraya Dam in Chai Nhat province has increased its water discharge in preparation for heavy rains expected from Tropical Storm Yagi. Water levels along the Chao Phraya River, including in Bangkok and 11 other provinces, are predicted to rise by up to 40 centimeters. The Royal Irrigation Department has urged provinces in central Thailand to brace for additional rainfall, as the storm is likely to indirectly impact the country by elevating water levels in major rivers. Bangkok Governor inspects Chao Phraya flood defences ahead of northern water influx. Governor reviews Chao Phraya River flood defences ahead of incoming northern waters. Bangkok, Thailand, on September 3, Bangkok Governor Chadchat Sitipant, accompanied by Deputy Governor Wisanu Subsompan and officials from the Department of Drainage and Sewerage, conducted an on-site inspection of flood defence barriers along the Chao Phraya River. The inspection focused on the stretch from Wat Swar Thong in Bang Su district to the Wet Pier in Phra Nakhon district. Governor Chadchat highlighted that the area near Wat Swar Thong in Bang Su is a key location, as it borders Nonthaburi province. The inspection aimed to evaluate the flood barriers in anticipation of the first wave of northern water masses. On September 2, the water level rose by 25 centimeters, reaching 1.75 meters above mean sea level, MSL, up from 1.50 meters MSL on September 1. Despite the rise, the 3.5-meter high flood barriers are currently sufficient to handle the water levels, though continued vigilance is required. Following the inspection, Governor Chad Chart and his team conducted a boat survey along the Chao Phraya River from Wat Swa Thongpa to the Wet Pier. They noted that the water level remained well below the top of the flood barriers. Sandbags have been added to reinforce vulnerable areas, often referred to as the missing teeth. The northern section of Bangkok's flood barriers is generally higher than the southern section due to the greater impact of northern waters, with the flood barrier in Bang Na, for example, standing at 2.8 meters. After disembarking at the Wet Pier, Governor Chad Chart stressed the need for careful monitoring of the missing teeth areas, which are used as passageways. The Wet Pier area is particularly vulnerable to flooding as it lies outside the main flood barriers. Bangkok has 17 communities located outside these barriers, which will be at risk if the water rises further. The flood barriers must be thoroughly inspected to ensure there are no gaps, as even a small breach could lead to significant problems. While there is no immediate cause for alarm, we must not be complacent. The current water levels are still far from the critical levels seen in 2011. My greater concern, however, is the rainfall, as a low-pressure trough is currently moving through Bangkok. I have therefore ordered the drainage of canals to prepare for potential flooding, similar to how we are preparing for the northern waters, Governor Chad Chart concluded. Thailand seeks Japan's ODA for nationwide airport development projects. Thailand to seek Japan's ODA for nationwide airport development. The Transport Ministry plans to secure Japan's Official Development Assistance, ODA, to support the development of airports across Thailand, aiming to attract more passengers and travelers to the country. Caretaker Transport Minister Suriya Jungrungriangkit announced on Tuesday that the ministry intends to upgrade several airports, including the construction of new passenger terminals at Suvarnabhumi and Don Mueang airports in Bangkok, as well as the development of the new Lanna International Airport in Chiang Mai. These airport upgrades will enhance Thailand's capacity to handle a larger number of passengers and travelers, Suriya stated, noting that this initiative aligns with the Thai government's strategy to increase foreign arrivals. Suriya emphasized the importance of seeking ODA from Japan to enhance the future potential of Thai airports. He also mentioned that Thailand is fast-tracking the development of subways and dual-track railways to transition the country's transportation system from road to rail. Japan's expertise and financial support are crucial for ensuring a smooth transition, Suriya added. He highlighted Japan's significant contribution to various Thai rail transport projects, such as the Khlong Bang Central Terminal Station and the MRT Blue and Purple lines. Suriya noted that Thailand has received ODA through the Japan International Cooperation Agency for the past 70 years, starting with the first assistance in 1954. The Transport Ministry extends its gratitude to the Japanese government for its ongoing support, especially in transport infrastructure projects, he said, adding that Japan's assistance has played a key role in enhancing Thailand's potential to become a transportation hub in ASEAN. Thai CEO confirms Airbus A350 Fleet remains fully operational despite Cathay Pacific suspension. Thai CEO affirms Airbus A350 Fleet in excellent flying condition. Thai Airways International, THAI, assured on Wednesday that its fleet of Airbus A350 aircraft remains fully operational, despite recent news regarding Cathay Pacific's temporary suspension of similar aircraft. The statement followed Cathay Pacific's announcement that it would halt flights using the Airbus A350 until Thursday, September 5, for engine inspections. This decision came after Cathay Pacific's CX-383 flight from Hong Kong to Zurich was cancelled on September 2, just 75 minutes into the flight due to a right engine issue. Cathay Pacific's inspection revealed that 15 out of 48 Airbus A350 aircraft in its fleet required component replacements, with 3 already repaired. In response, Thai CEO Chai Im-siri confirmed that the Thai carrier had not halted operations of its 23 Airbus A350 aircraft. Chai emphasized that Thai's maintenance department conducts regular inspections in adherence to safety standards. There are currently no abnormalities with the engines of our aircraft, he stated. Chai also noted that the cause of the issues experienced by Cathay Pacific's fleet remains unclear, but he assured that THAI will closely monitor the situation. THAI confirms that our Airbus A350 fleet is operating normally, and we will continue our regular inspections to ensure the aircraft meet all safety standards, Chai added. Rama 2 road construction to finish by June 2024, confirms Transport Minister. Rama 2 road construction to conclude by June next year, says Transport Minister. Transport Minister Surya Juangroangruangkit announced today that the 3 ongoing road construction projects on Rama 2 Road, Highway 35, are slated for completion and will be open to traffic by mid-next year. The Rama 3 Dao Karnong Western Ring Road project, managed by the Expressway Authority of Thailand, is currently 80.92% complete and is expected to be ready for traffic in June next year. Meanwhile, the parallel bridge to the Rama 9 bridge is on track to open by the end of this year, according to the minister. The second project, an 8.3 kilometers elevated road between Bang Kun Thien and Ika Chai, falls under the responsibility of the Highways Department. Construction is expected to wrap up by November, with a trial run between the Pantai Norising and Maha Chai toll plazas set for the end of the year. Minister Surya has instructed the Highways Department to expedite the construction of the entrances and exits for the Rama 3 Dao Karnong Western Ring Road to ensure they are opened on schedule. The third project involves the 16.3 km section of the Bang Kun Thien Ban Pheo elevated motorway, between Ika Chai and Ban Pheo. Surya emphasized that this section must be completed by the end of June next year, allowing the motorway to be fully operational by 2027. The minister also directed all relevant agencies to enforce strict safety standards on contractors to prevent any accidents during construction that could endanger motorists. Chinese imports threaten Thai industries, economist calls for tariffs and strategic reforms. Chinese imports threaten for key Thai industries, economist advises tariffs. Rising costs for Thai businesses are prompting an economist to recommend government action against cheap Chinese imports. As the U.S. presidential election approaches, analyst Phiphat Luangnarumichai, chief economist at KKP Research, Kiatnakin Phatra Securities, KKP, warns that the ongoing U.S.-China trade war will likely persist, potentially exacerbating the situation for Thailand, especially if Donald Trump is re-elected. Phiphat highlights the high probability of increased tariffs in China, which could lead to Thailand becoming a transit hub for cheaper Chinese goods. As China's economy weakens and domestic trade declines, these low-cost products are increasingly being exported to countries including Thailand. This influx of cheap imports has intensified competition and undermined the competitiveness of Thai businesses. In the first half of this year, Thailand's trade deficit with China reached $30 billion. The broader trade war between the US and China has reduced global trade volumes, further limiting Thailand's trade opportunities and increasing costs for local businesses. For major Thai industries are particularly vulnerable: steel, automobiles, hard disk drives, and petrochemicals. These traditional sectors are facing heightened challenges, especially as the electric vehicle (EV) and petrochemical industries grapple with increased competition and rising costs. Phiphat points out that Thailand's key industries remain traditional, and industrial production and trade volumes have yet to recover fully. This stagnation in economic growth is impacting the earnings outlook for Thai-listed companies, which have seen declining profits over the past decade due to a lack of significant capital investment in new industries. To address these issues, Phiphat recommends that the government impose tariffs on Chinese imports priced below production costs and ensure that the quality of Chinese goods meets Thai standards. He also suggests promoting foreign investment, preparing the workforce for new industries to tackle labor shortages, and addressing regulatory and political stability issues. Thai businesses are advised to invest in innovation and shift towards higher quality production to remain competitive. Analysts predict property and financial stocks will rise if Bank of Thailand cuts rates in December. Analysts predict property and financial stocks will rise following anticipated rate cut. Securities analysts forecast that stocks in the property and financial sectors will experience price increases if the Bank of Thailand, BOT, implements an interest rate cut in December. Analysts expect the BOT to announce a reduction in the policy rate during its December meeting, particularly if the U.S. Federal Reserve reduces its interest rates earlier this month. Gun Hatharasatha, an investment analyst at CGS International Securities, predicts that such a rate cut will lead to higher prices for property and financial stocks. He noted that property stocks, which have decreased further this year, are likely to benefit the most. Gunn explained that property companies generally have broader investment markets in rural areas, whereas financial firms are more concentrated in metropolitan regions. However, he also highlighted ongoing challenges for the property sector due to flooding, which could prompt investors to relocate their capital if the situation persists. He added that growth in the loan market is expected to be sluggish this year due to stricter lending measures by banks and rising household debts. The impact of the government's digital wallet scheme on household debt remains uncertain. Pasakorn Wangwiwicharoen, Deputy Research Director at Asia Plus Securities, anticipates that the rate cut will be announced at the BOT's December 18 meeting, with the October meeting likely maintaining the rate at 2.5%. He believes that non-bank financial institutions and hire purchase businesses will particularly benefit from the lower financial capital costs. Conversely, Apichat Phubunjerdkal, senior analyst at Tisco Securities, disagrees with the consensus. He believes the BOT will likely hold off on reducing the policy rate this year, given expected improvements in the Thai economy due to government stimulus measures. Apichat speculates that the central bank will wait to see the effects of U.S. Federal Reserve policies before making any changes. He agrees, however, that once a rate cut does occur, both property and financial stocks are expected to rise due to their sensitivity to interest rate changes. Thank you for tuning in. For the latest updates, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.